Hi guys, it's Ashley or Ashy Kitty. And as I am filming this, it is May. Actually, it is well into the month of May. And if you are familiar with the art world, you might know that one of the things that happens in May in the art sphere, artist sphere is Mermay, which, if you don't know, during the month of May, a lot of people do a challenge, much like Inktober, where I believe most people draw a mermaid every day. Um, Now, I don't participate in Inktober or any daily month challenges, just because I I've tried and I really don't work that way. And I think a lot of artists it's a detriment to a lot of artists in a lot of ways. Um, but I do like to try to make one piece of art uh, during the month or whatever. And so I've kind of been dragging my feet on it, but I am starting my mermaid piece for 2025. So I started off with I did some sketches in my sketchbook. Um, and I don't know, I was going for a specific vibe. I don't even know what the concept here was, but this is kind of like the vibe I was trying to go for. And I couldn't quite nail it. And I did some sketches on my iPad and stuff. I think maybe I just did one sketch. I don't even remember right now. But I decided to just stop um lollygagging and I just decided to go straight for the paper I was going to use. I'm going to do a piece in watercolor, so that is why it's on watercolor paper, obviously. Now this is just a very basic, very beginning sketch, in all honesty. So I don't think I'm going to talk too much more after this, so it'll probably just be mostly a speed paint from here on out. But uh, I have to finish sketching this, and hopefully you guys will see this video in the month of May. So let's get started. Alright, so this is where I am with my sketch right now. And I am not super sure where this is going, in all honesty. I want the vibe to be, dark and gloomy, like you're underwater. But I think I kind of figured it out now. So in my concept, I had a bunch of bubbles around the face and then like kelp seaweed in the background. And I think I want to make the kelp go into her hair. And then when I get to painting, I want to leave the bubbles completely white. I don't know. But I'm gonna work on the sketch more. So this is where everything started to go wrong. The idea I had at this point for this piece would be like it would be all watercolor and then the bubbles would be like totally blank. Well, I decided to try taping off the bubbles and I used masking tape for this. And as I was trimming it, I realized that it was ripping up the paper. So I kind of panicked and I didn't want to leave the tape on until I got to painting the rest of this piece. So I decided to just do a wash and then remove the tape. I've never done a big watercolor piece like this, and I accidentally made the wash too dark in a few places, namely the fin, the tail fin, and the face. So when I actually started laying down color, I was fighting against this wash. The skin tone in the first place went on way too dark. I think part of the problem was I had a vision for this piece, but I didn't have like an entirely clear vision. So not only was I fighting against the initial wash, I was also fighting against the choices that I made that I didn't like and ended up having to change. Personally, this is what I find so hard about challenges like this. You don't really have enough time to process your ideas, and it's not that I dislike how this piece ended up turning out, but I just think it could have been better if I had more than a month to really flesh it out. But I did complete something for Mermay, so that is a positive in my opinion. Unfortunately, I didn't manage to get the video out for May, but I did get this piece finished in May. All right, it is May 31st. Here is the proof. That is my iPad. And I was going to do gouache on this just for some like shadows and highlights and stuff, but I want to finish this tonight, so we are going to use colored pencils. Yeah. All right, let's get into that. Alright, so we are at the end of this video, so I'm just popping in to finish it off. Yeah, I don't dislike this piece. I'm sure maybe with time I will like it even more, but I just think it could have been better. I do think it was a mistake not using gouache, but I really wanted to finish it before May was over, so maybe I'll go back and do gouache on it at some point or something. I don't know. Or maybe next year I could try again. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you in the next one. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Did you guys do Mermay this year? I don't usually do challenges. I just wanted to do one piece. So, yeah. Thank you so much for watching.